Diabolic Lovers. Woo! So, to help us understand what the fuck is going to go on tonight, I made a PowerPoint. I love that. It gets better.
Wait. Do you want to stand up there? I'll click for you if you want.
It's gonna get better. That's the family tree. We'll
play
get
the
to
TED
that.
Talk intro. Play the TED Talk intro.
No. We're not playing this any more than we already did.
Okay, so there are 4 main series games. There are 7 altogether. I listed them over there. Haunted Dark Bridal is the first. It's mostly retconned because now the protagonist can no longer become a vampire, which is alright, but whatever, you know. And then there's more. Well, the first game has 6 boys. They're the Sakamaki brothers. They're all fucking dicks. And then the second game, in More Blood, there's 4 new boys, and they're also total dicks. And then in Dark Fate, they introduced 2 more boys, who are also total dicks. And then in Lost Eden, the last main series game, we get 1 more boy, and he's a total dick, and I think he's a loser, and I don't like talking about him. Yes, James!
Hi, I have a question. Can you confirm this?
Yes!
Okay.
Yes, they do! Slide! We're going to talk about the families. There's 3 of them, okay? Slide. Sagamaki families first. Slide. This is Ayato Sagamaki! He's a really
family.
We're getting there. This is Ayato Sagamaki. He is the poster boy of the series. I don't know why. He's really not that great, but they seem to like him. He's a completely spoiled brat, but he's kind of secretly sweet, and I'm into that, because, like, look at him. Look at his little face. His mom threw him into a pond and was like, learn to swim, bitch. And look at him. He's doing so good. He's the most self-centered dickhole you'll ever meet. He refers to himself as Ore-sama, which means I'm the fucking best, and everyone around him cringes every single time. And he also calls the protagonist Chichi-nashi, which means no tits. Because, you know,
quality.
So, mommy did not love him as a child, obviously. So, according to how he calls himself Ore-sama, he loves himself enough to make up for it. If mommy doesn't love you, just love yourself. That's how he operates. I kind of have a soft... Yeah. Oh, I thought you had a question, but you're just excited.
No.
Good, get excited. Give him the takoyaki. He really loves takoyaki. If you don't make it for him, he'll punch you. And if you do make it for him and somebody else eats it, he punches them. He's born on March 22nd. He's a good boy. Slide. Pictures! Look how happy he is. He just likes his girlfriend. He only abuses her a little bit. Slide.
Oh God.
This is
My
Yes! There's 1 girl in this series. Anyway, this is Ayato's... 1 girl? We're getting to that!
Don't worry about it! Don't worry about it!
Dummies!
Don't worry about it!
Anyway,
We
this
got
is...
this all at once, Constance.
Guys, this is Ayato's older brother, Laito. Yes, fuck boy supreme. He wears a fedora. He tips it and says, "Ma-bitch-chan." It's wonderful. By the way, he calls the protagonist Bitch-chan. I hated it at first. Now I like it.
Hold on!
You get used to it.
Are you good?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. His
Wait.
entire-
They're triplets?
Yes,
We have
Why do they have different birthdays then?
because he's born on March 20th. Kanato, Ayato was the 22nd, right?
Yeah.
So Kanato was born in the middle, the 21st, and then Ayato was born on the 22nd.
No.
That's why I think
Time out,
Cordelia-
time out.
That's a
No
long
wonder
ass-
the mom hates these kids.
I agree with you. That's my theory to why she's crazy. She was in labor for 3 fucking days. I'd be crazy too.
My mom kids!
Oh, honey. Anyway,
You need a hug?
his entire character is basically a sexual harassment lawsuit, so stay away from him. Mommy did him dirty, so that's why he does dirty to other people. He has the most trauma.
Go into detail!
Wait, you said literally. Like,
Yes.
literally.
His mother fucked him. That's where his trauma Many times.
No, God, please, no! No! No!
shitty, and then I came here, and
Thank
it's just
you.
made it way better.
Right? Slide!
Boy!
This is Kanata
That's a
Sakamaki.
demon.
I do not like him.
He's-
There are 13 boys in this series. This is the one I will not play.
Him
Look
baby.
at him.
Him baby.
He could have stabbed me with a fork. That
Him
was
baby.
Him not baby. Him crazy.
Him angry baby.
He carries around his mother's ashes in his teddy bear, which he talks to.
So wait, the mom is dead.
Yes, they teamed up to kill her. That's the only time they ever worked together.
Good for them.
Good sibling bond.
She's a wonderful family dynamic.
Hey, is this spoilers for the show?
No.
Him feral baby.
Okay.
This is all important shit you need to know.
Jewelry though.
I don't. Yes.
Okay.
I don't like Hanato. My friend
All of
Nia
it.
does. I'm sorry, Nia. Fucking look at him. Stabby, stabby, fork,
Feral.
fork.
Demon.
Feral.
Next slide. I don't like.
Oh my
No picture.
god.
Shu Sakamaki! He is soft boy. Look at him.
Him baby.
Soft. Him baby. Finally we agree. He is the oldest of all of the Sakamaki brothers. His mother is Beatrix, not Cordelia. We're past that now. Beatrix. He is also the laziest boy on the planet. Have you ever just wanted to take a warm bath, so you run some water and you go to get in it and there's a fully dressed boy sleeping inside it? What? If you're Yui Komori, yes, because that's what happens.
That happens every Tuesday, man.
On like a daily basis. He doesn't care about anything other sleeping and music, and I kind of agree with that. Kind of life goals. And sometimes yes.
What kind of music does he listen to?
Classical rock, and one time he listened to porn and made you listen to it too.
No!
El Dente.
Kind of I don't know what kind of rock. That's a great question. But sometimes if I think about him, my heart hurts a little bit. It's like it's soft. All he ever wanted was a real family. Oh, please give him a real family. Please. Oh, slide.
He can make a family.
He will! They get married! I cried for 5 minutes.
I cried.
It is
He's
my
a good boy.
It's a new record.
Slide.
Oh god.
This is Rady. I love you. I love Daddy.
Said I don't head out.
Hold on though. Hold up.
It's literally.
Are you good?
No! By the way, I have a real marriage certificate for him. It's my second one. I have another.
I would
Oh,
like
there's
to
another.
see
I didn't see
it.
that one.
I have a picture.
That's fine.
Anyway, this is Reiji Sakamaki. He is Shu's younger brother. Yeah, no, he's the
I don't
younger
know
brother
yet.
of Shu, so he's the second oldest. You're doing good so far.
Spoiler! Go back.
Those are spoilers.
Why'd you
Yeah.
put spoilers in the slideshow?
Anyway,
You made this.
no, I meant spoilers for my presentation.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Reiji is the younger brother of Shu. And obviously, Shu was all his mother cared about. He's angry about that. Anytime Shu breathes, Reiji wants to throw him outside with the trash.
I mean,
It's-
honestly.
It's very common. Shu will be like breathing. And Rachel will be like, if you don't get up, you lazy motherfucker, I'm putting you on the curb tomorrow. And Yui will be like, please get up, dude, I don't want you to go outside with the trash. And I'm just like, oh my god, boys. It's secretly revealed that he respects his older brother, and I cried for 2 minutes. Even though Shu is the head of the family, or the next head of the family, and he's supposed to be the responsible one, he doesn't do shit. It's left to Reiji. He's basically everybody's mom, trying to get people to get dressed on time, get to school on time. His life sucks, but he's hot, so it's okay. I call him Whip Daddy because in the first game he whipped you, and then in every game since I waited for whips and it didn't happen. A lack of flashes and disappointment.
Are you implying he's
And
a
he
mom
gets
friend
hot.
He
vampire?
looks more like Sword Daddy.
You
in
say
real
he
life.
gets
Where's
What?
the whip?
You say he gets hot?
Look how hot he gets! I freaked out. So did my Twitter.
Okay, next.
His eyes get better. Okay, it's magic. Next
Are you
slide.
sure?
This is Subaru
It's
Sakamaki.
named after
Okay, listen though. You know how in the Subaru commercials they're like, love is what makes Subaru a Subaru? I heard that at work one day, and I was like, holy fuck, they're right. And I almost cried. This is a real story. I shit you not. Before I came to college, this is all I thought about. He's a very angry boy.
Is his first words upon meeting you, beep beep, I'm a car?
No, it was something, I'm gonna beat you up. And she was like, why'd I choose this one? And then it
Because
gets
you're into that.
Anyway. He's basically a Sour Patch Kid because he starts up being really mean to her and ruining his house and crashing all the furniture. And then by the third game, he raised his voice at her for 2 seconds and she cried and he felt horrible for days. He gets so much better. He is the youngest child in the Sakamaki family and he's the only one without a blood-related brother. So he's like the only single child. The problem with that is his dad, Karl Heinz, and his mom, Krista, are brother and sister.
Oh,
okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Karl
it's
Heinz
evidence
needed that to
somewhere.
happen, I guess.
Is that why he's so funny?
No.
Damn.
Wow!
Wow.
It's not,
Yes.
I mean, okay, it's not connected to that. I know.
Move on with the vampire. Sexy vampire boy.
I gotta answer
In
the question.
anime, that's
Yeah.
what happened.
It's not exactly a question. I've been tracking the zodiac signs the entire time. The triplets are Aries, which makes sense.
That
then
does make
there's
sense.
then there's Libra, Virgo, and this one's a Scorpio. So
I thought it was
They're
hot,
very
but
good about
Scorpio
this.
works too.
I didn't get to say the best part. Your virginity belongs to me is a real line he says in the first game. And it's my favorite line in any of them. Yes.
Are you into it?
Yes.
The marker.
He literally says it in the first game. I have never liked any line in the other game since. He yelled it in the middle of a busy street and she freaked the fuck out. And I was like, this
Who
is
wouldn't?
If he had gotten one hug as a child, literally from anybody, he would have been better off. But nobody hugged him. So when Reject made body pillowcases for him, I bought it so I could. And I did last night. Yes.
Is it sad that I just thought all your virginity belonged to us?
That's the game. Anyways, he loves his girlfriend more than his life. Baby boy. See, there's his mom and his dad, and they're related. It's
I hope so.
His mom went crazy.
The volume of your voice went down so much.
Mukami family. Good
Favorite
boys.
boys.
This is Ruki Mukami. I don't really
Fuck
like
that
him.
guy.
He's voiced by Takahiro Sakurai, which is a fucking waste because he's a terrible character. Like, he's like, I'm gonna become Adam. I don't want to explain the Adam and Eve plan, but his head is so far up Karl Heinz's ass, he can't see anything.
The ketchup.
He is kind of a letdown. He's like, look how hot he is, and he's a total letdown.
Absolutely.
What the
No,
fuck?
what's evil?
Little bit. So if you thought the nickname Bitch-chan was bad or Chichinashi, try Livestock.
Are you into
Sarah
it?
from the end.
Sarah?
It's the crossover.
Oh, he also murdered a kid. He almost murdered a kid once. I'm gonna explain that.
Didn't you say some of these endings have the main character getting murdered by these people?
Yes, shit happens.
It'd be like
It'd be like that. Make the right choices and you don't die and you get a semi-nice boyfriend.
So are you saying
That's
That's
my
my
They
my
get better as
motivation
the
to
game
life.
goes on.
Make the
Are
right
you lying?
decisions, don't die,
See,
and get a
look.
nice boyfriend.
So
He's a fucking dick. I
if
put
you
that
get
in there.
murdered, it's your fault?
Well,
absolutely.
I made
What
an
if
Ava
you had-
joke. He's like, oh god, he's so fucked up.
That's some
It's great.
toxic feminist stuff right
A
there.
little bit. He sucks. I hate him. Next one. This is a good
My
boy.
fucking favorite.
This boy is a gentle giant. He's 6'3" and all he wants to do is tend to his
6'3"
crops.
isn't tall. Get the fuck up out
Fuck
of
you.
here.
Like Jim Farr.
Just because you're like 4 foot
That's
fucking
not
whatever.
My feelings.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Boy.
all of the Mukami boys were former humans, and he's also a former human as well. His name was Edgar.
Why did he change to a Japanese name then?
Please
Would you want to be named Edgar? What the hell?
I'm just saying he
I
needs
think
to have
about
to
it a
choose
lot, and I
Japanese.
never reach a conclusion. I'm sorry. I have a Google Doc. I'll send
There
you
we-
later.
yeah,
You
Done
wouldn't
now.
change your name if your name was like Bartholomew or something?
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. If you thought livestock was bad, he calls you a sow. So, yes.
Are you?
Yes! his shoes, usually sleeping on the floor.
Oh my god.
Me.
Yes.
They're in high school?
Yes. okay, for some of the game.
I hate this now.
Welcome to the club.
Hey, we're having a great time. Anyway, he's got a phobia of
Wait,
fire.
is this like Twilight? They meet in school?
No, I will explain the school.
It's a school for vampires.
Does Bruno Mars sing a song in this?
It's not a school for vampires. It's a night school for the wealthy.
Vampire night.
It is vampire night.
Whatever. Anyway, slides. Gentle
Oh
giant
God, what's
baby.
happening? What? She's just alive! She's been decapitated! Oh no! It's one of those death scenes.
I hate you.
It's a wonderful ending right there.
He threw her over his
Why
shoulder.
does she look
That's
high
the
as fuck in the first picture?
Why does she want to stuff all the time?
She is awful.
You have to be high to think any of these boys
I'm
are
Rachel,
good.
if you were here, wouldn't you be? Slide.
She is smacked.
This is
bro.
Cole.
I hate him.
Yeah, he's alright. I mean,
No, he's not.
he's not as offensive as Ruki, let's be fair. He's cute as fuck though, and he
Yeah.
absolutely knows it. He in the game he's an idol. So like he likes to use that power to torture her. Like for one example, because all the girls at school love him because he's an idol, he spent a lot of time around her, made the girls jealous, and they bullied her. And he's like, yeah, she's getting bullied because of me, great. And I was like, why did you do this, bro? Oh, fun story. In More Blood, he takes Yui to a park and walks her around with a dog collar on her leash like a dog. And as I
We already know about that! I'm not into that
was,
counter.
I'm not done. Stop it. No, go back. Okay, so as he was doing that, I was on Skype with my friends. So I'm like, wow, this is terrible. Who would do this? And then later in the game, way after that scene, he's about to die, and I was like, oh shit, don't kill him. And my one friend was like, is this the guy that led you around like a dog? And I was like, that doesn't mean I want him to die. So for my birthday that year, I got a dog collar. It's got my name on it. I hate it. Yeah.
Is this whole game just being a sub to a weird ass family?
Absolutely.
You choose one, boy.
Yes!
Is it submission game?
No,
Yes.
and it
How
gets.
does the show work though?
We'll see. But anyway, Ko's a good boy.
Painfully.
Oh my God, there's 2 more families.
Look at this. Yeah, there's one more family. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, cute. Next slide. Him baby. I'd die for him, but he'd probably die for me first. But I don't think he
If I think about him, I cry. I'm
Rachel's
crying
got them.
right now.
I did cry writing this
I
song.
do
Can
love
you give us an approximate minutes of the crying?
10.
Okay, so in Lost Eden, I started playing his route, and I cried.
Just cry time.
Cry time.
Cry time.
During making this or total?
Total.
Go.
Over him?
Yeah.
Hours,
No,
bro.
let me do this.
Hours.
Just write too many.
He had one arm and he built her a music box. He's baby. Anyway, he is soft, sweet, gentle, pure, perfect baby. I would die for him. He is the only boy in this series that genuinely cares about her and will go out of his way to protect her and her happiness, even if he's not involved anyway or ever. He is perfect. Look at him, perfect. Ignore the fact that he wants her to cut him. It's a problem we're working on.
I was about to ask what the catch was.
No! That's my birthday! Not winning anybody or murdering them.
He's a good boy.
So, I'll take it.
Him, good
He's
boy.
the one who I have a marriage certificate for, a ring, and this necklace. We're married. Happily married.
That is precious.
And my boyfriend's good with it. Next slide. Baby boy! I cried.
Is that blood ice cream?
Yes.
It's just red ice cream.
No, it's
not-
blood.
Okay.
I mean, think
They're
of it.
vampires. What am I?
Just let him be on a date with his girlfriend who he loves.
I'm just wondering.
Oh, you don't in the game because you get fighty buddies all the time. Next slide. This is the tsunami.
God damn it!
No.
He's got her.
This is Carla! I love Carla. Am I scared of him? Am I turned on by him? I don't know, but look at him.
Yes. No, just.
Okay, so it's important to say that Carla and Shin are founders, not vampires. If you call them vampires, vampires, they will fucking hurt you.
Oh.
Founders are better than vampires. Yes.
Are you into that?
Like I said, am I scared? Turned out, who the fuck knows? Look at him. He's great. He's perfect.
I can't see his mouth.
His name is Carla.
He's got
Yeah,
a
his name is
chin.
Carla.
Who
His
cut
father's.
this man's bangs?
He probably does. All of his family's dead. He's the second to last of his race. Give him a minute. Okay, so let's not. Okay, so Karl Heinz, vampire daddy extraordinaire, made a disease that only killed his race and proceeded to kill his race.
Oh.
Him and his brother are left. This is the plot of Dark Fate because they're like, fuck, it's only us two. We both got dicks. How are we gonna continue the race?
Fuck your show.
Put
That's probably
Fucking-
fan fiction somewhere.
Fucking genius.
I hate you. But yeah, man, few words, fewer emotions. His route is the most popular on my blog ever, and it's 100% because the fan base is degenerate. We are all
Surprise.
terrible people. As I was writing it, I was like, everyone's gonna know I'm a sinner, and then I posted it, and everyone loves it. And I was like, we're all fucking sinners in this shit now. Anyway, he totally softens up. I played his route first in the 4th game, Lost Eden, and he was super nice and great. And I like cried all the time. I'm like, what is this perfect
How
man?
much
How many
time?
minutes?
Cry time.
Like hours, bro!
I'm just gonna put 3.
Yeah.
No, 3 hours.
Does he have a chain in his hand? Who is he?
Nice.
Who is that tied up?
Rachel.
Oh,
Right
he has
all
Yui
the
tied up.
time.
All the
You
We already have one in for this.
Yeah, but right all the time.
Okay.
Still cry.
Wait, I never got to say it. So in Lost Eden, which is the last game, the 4th game of the series, he's really nice. So I got Dark Fate, and I was like, I can't wait to see his introduction. He's terrible and abusive, and I was like, what is this?
Wait, I do have a question.
Yes.
So all these games take place at different times?
No, well, it's like
Huh?
Hana Dark Bridal and Warblood are first, and then a little later
So how
Dark
come
Fate.
the same girl is dating this dude, then going off and dating this
Okay, listen. So when you start Dark Fate, which is the 3rd game in the series, if you pick a boy, it's assumed that you've picked him in the past. So it's like a continuous line. Do you understand?
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Baby! Okay, that's not good, but baby!
Are you sure?
This is the most popular motherfucking thing on my blog, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
We don't want to know what's happening there. Next slide!
I want to know.
No!